everyone. Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Yolanda Cade, and I'm the Vice President of Communications and Public Affairs for Disney Signature Experiences. And listen, I am so excited today, and there's a reason I'm excited today. I'm joined by some great folks today, but I'm telling you, it's a really exciting day in Disney Cruise Line history. And this is the day that we reveal the very next ship in our fleet, the Disney Treasure, and she's going to set sail in 2024. I cannot tell you how excited I am. We have a great group of folks that are going to join me today to tell you just how special this ship is. Now, listen, I know everyone out there has had a chance to explore the Disney Treasure. You've had a chance to see all about it, and I don't know about you, but Arthur Quinn, who is just about my favorite adventurer, okay, my favorite adventurer, and hopefully yours by now, you know, he had an opportunity to really figure out what the true meaning of treasure is really all about, and that's really our families, right? But I'll tell you, this ship is truly a gem, and you're going to hear exactly why she's so special as we spend some time talking about her today. So let's meet the panel that is joining me here today. So first up, to my right, Pam Rollins, who's the executive producer of Walt Disney Imagineering, and then Rachel Quinn, who's our vice president of entertainment operations at Disney Cruise Line, and Gary Latouche, who is our director of hotel operations for Disney Cruise Line, and Daniel Cohen, last but not least, our senior manager of dining standards and service excellence for Disney Cruise Line. This is what I call a super panel, right? They're all sort of superheroes in their individual roles and responsibilities. So thank you all for joining me today. Are you ready?
Yeah,
ready to get started to talk treasure? Is this just not, I mean, I feel like
Beautiful.
I'm sitting inside the Disney Treasure, right? We're already transported. So let's go. So Pam, I want to talk a little bit about something that is really sort of key to how we approach a lot of things at Disney Cruise Line and really across the Walt Disney Company. And that's inspiration, right? We are inspired when we create these spaces. And so the motif for treasure, as Arthur Quinn told us, is really unique, right? Right up his alley with adventure. But talk about the inspiration for how we actually created these spaces. Tell us more.
Oh, I'm really excited to tell you this. I mean, we were inspired by Walt Disney's love for travel and adventure around the globe.
Yes.
And on the Disney Treasure, we're going to take you to beautiful real-world places, but also fantastical places that we are creating all through the ship, from the bow to the stern.
Wow. Wow, that sounds exciting. And Walt did have just a passion for travel. He went everywhere. And so this motif of adventure, really, is it just infused in everything? Will our guests just feel it when they walk on board?
I think they're going to feel when they walk into the Grand Hall, the embarkation services, they're going to step into their own journey.
Wow.
And they're going to start from there.
Absolutely. And the inspiration there is just so beautiful. You really just feel like you're in some of those iconic destinations.
A gilded treasure box.
Gilded treasure box, absolutely. Beautiful way to describe it. Now, Rachel, you know, let's talk a little bit about where this beautiful ship is going to go. I think that if you're on a gilded treasure box, you should be probably going to some equally fantastic destinations, right? And so, Rachel, I know a lot of people have been asking us, our guests always ask us, okay, where's the treasure going? What are the itineraries? What's coming up? So, all right, let's let the cat out of the box.
Oh,
Tell
I'm
us,
excited,
where's
Yolanda.
it?
I'm excited. So, the Disney Treasure is going to be on 7-night voyages, Eastern and Western Caribbean. So we know our guests love that. We love that. And on top of these fantastic ports of call that the Treasure will be sailing into, you know, this really gives our guests 7 nights to explore all the wonderful things Pam and team have been creating and have fun. Like 7 nights to be immersed, and all the adventures that these families are going to have on the Disney Treasure. I think it's going to be wonderful. So I can tell you that the maiden voyage will be December of 2024.
December 2024. Okay, that's right around the corner.
December.
Yes.
And drum roll, please, because thank you. Thank you, Darren.
We're in there for you.
Good.
We got you.
The whole job doesn't work out. And
We got a band in our future, yes.
So September 20th, bookings are open.
Wow.
So mark your
September 20th.
calendars.
Okay.
Put it down because nobody wants to miss that opportunity.
Absolutely, Rachel. We can't wait. And we know that those destinations, that Western and Eastern Caribbean itineraries, our guests just really love being able to enjoy those destinations. So we can't wait. So Gary, Rachel just talked to us about some of the really exciting itineraries for the Disney Treasure. So I'm wondering, can you talk to us about the spaces that are specifically designed for families on board the Disney Treasure?
Yeah, thanks, Sean. I'll tell a little bit more about the Grand Hall because it is a very special place on the ship.
Yes.
And all of our venues and spaces are designed for families in mind. We have the next family generation of spaces that have great entertainment value. Rachel and her team has done an amazing job with this. But the Grand Hall is that entry point that you're going into this adventure on the Disney Treasure, where you're going to walk into a space that's inspired by Asia and Africa, as well as the fantastical land of Aladdin and Agrabah, based on the movie from Aladdin. So you're going to find these spaces, and what's in there is just so amazing that starts your adventure. And the stage, we've got some great technology in there that really helps us to convert this space into a great entertainment venue where you'll see lots of special things. And our guests will sit on the floor, they'll look up at the ceiling, and they'll really enjoy these spaces that we have. I'd also like to tell you a little bit about Sarabi, our entertainment hub that we have on the ship as well. This is inspired by The Lion King, and it's a venue where there'll be live activities for the families to come in and join and explore, and they'll be able to laugh and enjoy this space and compete against each other and really have some fun. I know you asked about, or if we didn't talk about Jumbo Suite.
Well, we have to talk about Jumbo Suites. I've put it on my personal list. So let's talk about the places where you can get a sweet treat. Yes, Gary.
I'm going to let Daniel talk a little bit about the sweet treats that we have in Jumbo Suites.
Okay.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, so Jumbo's Suites is our onboard sweetened treat shop. It's very reminiscent of Jumbo's Cafe from Disney's Zootopia movie. And if you do venture up there, which I advise you should, you will find Nick and Judy enjoying some homemade treats, gelato and ice cream. And it's a great place for the family, beautiful food. So I'm sure you'll have a good time.
Any volunteers for tasting? I'm in. Okay, good.
So, Rachel, you have to talk about the shows that are coming to the Disney Treasure. Everyone wants to know, what are all the special things that guests are going to be able to enjoy?
Oh, if you want me to.
I know. I will twist your arm.
No, we are super excited about the show. So on the Disney Treasure, we'll be bringing Beauty and the Beast, which our guests are clearly absolutely loving. And who has more adventures than Belle,
Right.
It's the perfect ship for this show to be on as well. And, it's based on that Disney classic. And then we have another wonderful show called Seize the Adventure. And it's a musical journey through Disney and Pixar stories.
Wow.
So again, you're going to see a lot of your favorite Disney characters. That's what makes us so special, our characters. And when, you're in the Walt Disney Theater, that the technology that we have in there is second to none. It is world class. So we're super excited to bring those two shows. And Yolanda, more drum roll, Gary, please. Yep.
Here we go.
We are bringing a brand new show to the Disney Treasure.
Wow, a brand new show.
Brand new show to the Disney Treasure, and you'll have to stay tuned. We'll be looking forward to sharing more at a later date. But trust me, I'm not sure who's going to be more excited. All our guests or myself, I don't know.
I know.
It's going to be fantastic.
I just think, the entertainment on board, and it's so amazing, and the emotional tug that you get on your heartstrings when you're watching all of these shows, the music, the classic nature of it, it just brings you back to a different place, and it really helps you escape and really enjoy what is an amazing. So yes, we are an entertainment company.
Thank you. But I do love the spa.
Thank you.
Right. I'll meet you there in the spa. Absolutely, Rachel. Now, Pam, I have to tell you, our friend Arthur Quinn, he took us on quite an adventure, right? I mean, I will tell you, it was so much fun. And he went so many places, right? You think about our Jungle Cruise skippers, how much fun are they? And one of my favorites, I have to tell you, giant squids, swimming around 20,000 leagues under the sea. But you know what I think is really, really cool about this? When you think about our Disney park attractions, these spaces are really uniquely sort of tied in and themed and inspired by those. So I'm wondering, can you just tell us a little bit more about that? Because that's really something that's very, very special on board the Disney Treasure.
Yeah, I'm very excited, and I think it's the first time ever that we are bringing our stories and characters onto Disney Treasure from our theme parks. These spaces will be immersed from our Disney favorite adventures, and Periscope Pub is that first adventure.
Wow.
Right, yeah, we're going to go to undersea magic of the 20,000s League Under the Sea, and it totally embodies the whole mystery of what's underneath the water.
Wow.
Yeah, and we take our guests out of the real world and put them in a Jules Verne Nautilus.
Oh,
and
you're
it's
kidding.
all supported by these awesome artifacts
Wow.
and nautical finishes.
Wow.
But the adventure doesn't stop there, Yolanda.
Okay.
No,
Tell me
it
more.
doesn't stop. We are bringing our guests into the story of the Jungle Cruise.
Wow.
Yeah,
One of my
and-
favorites.
Yeah, it's awesome. And we do this by providing an intimate gathering and a place setting for our guests to experience what the Jungle Skippers did. This is the higher end place where they're going to experience, where they go to relax at the end of their shift. They
Yes.
experience music. They might have some comical banter and enjoy all of their favorite beverages.
Oh, on that note, I think we should be auditioning Daniel. He knows a lot of bad jokes.
Hire him.
Dad jokes. Dad jokes.
Oh, bad
Bad
jokes.
jokes.
You're hired.
But that's not the only inspired theme park. And I know that Gary was really excited to talk about this next one.
Yes, I am excited about our Tamar Tower Suite. This is a one-of-a-kind space suite that we have. It's a two-story suite that's on the forward funnel of the Disney Treasure. This is futuristic design is inspired by Epcot.
Wow.
So another place that we brought that in. This space is amazing for our guests. It's got a full kitchen. It sleeps 8 comfortably. We also have plenty of play areas, and it's got an ensuite private elevator. So this is a very special, unique space on a Disney Treasure.
Well, Gary, sign me up. And
Available.
I see Rachel's raising her hand.
Available.
Happy just to go and check it out. It sounds super incredible. And I know there are a lot of really sort of special touches. As Pam was saying, we talked about inspiration on board the ship when we talk about the accommodation. So really just share a little bit more about that, because there's so many details, so many stories.
Yeah, and all of our staterooms are designed with families in mind.
Yes.
The staterooms themselves, they have split bathrooms. We have spacious verandas, but we have unique artwork that's on here that is inspired by the Disney Treasure's theme of adventure.
Yes.
You'll see artwork on there inspired by The Lion King or Aladdin or the Jungle Cruise, just to name a few special touches that you'll see in the spaces that we have on board. But an amazing space for our guests to come back after a wonderful adventure throughout the ship and all the entertainment that they get. And now they're going to be able to go back to their room and continue that adventure.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many new stories, new touches in these spaces, and then the things that we know our guests love, and I will speak for myself, the split bathrooms, right? It's just great. Every detail, so incredibly appointed, so well thought out. Pam, our spaces, as we think about our families and how they interact, I mean, I know they're just going to love those accommodations, Gary.
As Imagineers, it gives us another storytelling opportunity and to bring that
Absolutely.
into those spaces in a very sophisticated level.
Yeah, more storytelling than ever before, right? So exciting. Now, Daniel, we spent a lot of time talking about entertainment, and Rachel, I will tell you, we're just all excited about what you and your team are creating for the Disney Treasure. We just can't wait. We are already entertained. We spent some time, Gary, talking with you and Pam about just all the ways that you can have family time, and every member in every generation of your family can just have a delightful time when they're on board the ship. And we even talked about the adult spaces, right, which are just so unique, so special, really just some really creative ways that we're bringing those to life. But we haven't spent a lot of time talking about what I know is on the minds of a lot of people, the food and the dining. So I want to go into that a little bit. So Daniel, just share what is going to be unique and special about dining on board, and what can our guests expect in terms of dining and food when they get on board the Disney Treasure in 2024?
Perfect. Absolutely, Yolanda. So we really were the first cruise line to introduce rotation dining. And this truly is one of our guest favorites. So our guests rotate to a uniquely themed dining room every single night. And your service team actually follows you through those experiences. So it's truly a blend of, great experiences, great service. For the Disney Treasure, we have our guest favorites, 1923 and World of Marvel. 1923 obviously is a tribute to the, you know, the golden era of animation and all of our wonderful animators.
Love letter to the animators.
Exactly.
Yes.
The cuisine is really a tribute to California, the heritage of 1923. And then we have World of Marvel, which is truly a unique cinematic experience. You're thrown into, you know, a movie,
Absolutely.
having incredible dining experiences. And on the Disney Treasure, we are introducing Plaza de Coco, which is going to be a unique concept where we are, for the first time, introducing Disney Pixar's Coco. And we have phenomenal entertainment. It's live music, it's action, it's singing, great food. The food is really going to be traditional Mexican cuisine with a modern twist. And it's just a great time for the family to be together, to enjoy the music, enjoy the entertainment. And the great thing about the Disney Treasure being a 7-day itinerary is that our guests get to enjoy each space twice.
Absolutely.
So, you know, we do have unique experiences for both of those evenings, and I think it's just going to be a phenomenal experience.
Well, I think, you know, this restaurant, as Daniel mentioned earlier, it's the world's first theatrical dining experience themed on Coco.
Right.
And Coco, the story itself, is everything that we are. We are about families. We are about the heart. And so to bring that story to life, you know, it's a culinary journey to the imaginary town square of Santa Cecilia in Disney Pixar's Coco. And our service, world-class service, I mean, they are amazing. And the food, and then this entertainment in the round, like it is a fantastic experience for our multi-generational families to enjoy together. And not only, as we said, through the music, mariachi music, it is so uplifting, it is so joyous. I mean, it is special, right? The mariachi music, and I think also the restaurant is going to be visually stunning as well. And so, thank you, Pam and team. So it's a fantastic combination. So really excited about this.
Rachel's entertaining everybody in everybody else's space.
Absolutely,
It is about entertainment, right? Every space you've got something going on.
I'll try. I will try.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about that.
So let's talk about the youngest people on board our ships, right? Pam, and please feel free to add, Rachel, we got to talk about the kids' spaces on board the Disney Treasure because there's a lot in store for them too.
As you said, this is a fan favorite.
Yes.
It's a space, Oceaneers Club is a space that's dedicated for children of all ages. We bring imaginative programming through our caring and trained counselors. And there are spaces that immerse these children that adults often really wish they would be a part of too. And they can during the open houses.
Right, and they
But
do.
They
show
do.
up.
We
Yes.
have Star Wars Cargo Bay. We have a Princess Fairy Tale Hall for story time reading. We have a Walt Disney Imagineering Lab and a Marvel's, I could go on, Marvel's Superhero Academy.
Yes.
I mean, there's just so much fun. And for the Disney Treasure, we are reintroducing a new entrance inspired by the Jungle Book.
Oh.
So another way to bring adventure to our Disney's Oceaneer Club. And actually, and I don't want to forget either, that we have Teens and Tweens Club. Again, another fan favorite, very popular on our existing cruise line fleets, and very curated programming as well for our teens and tweens.
We love that.
I think it's just great that we've created these spaces where the kids can have their own space,
Yes.
the teens and tweens can have their own space, which leaves the adults to come do some adulting things in the spaces that we have for them. So you can go to the spa because your kids won't want to leave the clubs.
Gosh, we've had so much fun today. The kids don't want to leave the ship, but I don't want to leave this time with the four of you all today. This has been so much fun. I want you to tell me what you're most excited about on the Disney Treasure. And I spent some time thinking about it myself. It wasn't easy to land on just one answer. But Gary, you know, let's start with you. And we mentioned the spa, so I'm hinting at what my favorite, you know, thing will be. But what's your favorite thing? What are you most, well, I guess said another way, what are you most excited about with the Disney Treasure?
That is such a tricky question. Seeing everything that we know about this ship and the adventure that's going to bring to our guests, it's a hard one to pin down, if you will, on which treasure, which adventure is the most special for me. I think there's just so many great design motif elements on the ship that are just so immersive in the spaces. Entertainment obviously is going to have some really fabulous things. I think Periscope Pub is going to be one of those spaces that I'm going to hang out a lot, in addition to the spa, because we're going to be certainly hanging out in the spa. But I think Periscope Pub as a destination really immerses you into the feel, getting on the Nautilus, and you're going to be there. It's going to be a very, very fun. So I'm excited to physically get on that space and see it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, who wants to go next? Rachel? I see Rachel raising her hand. What are you excited about?
And guess what, Gary? It's going to be another entertainment.
This is
I
shocking,
love you
Gary.
all. I love you all. But honestly, you know, I spent many years on board as cruise director, and so actually being able to see our guests, and for me, it's the Pirates Night, because it's a huge adventure for everybody of all ages. Our guests, first-time cruisers, you know, repeaters who've sailed with us many, many times, bring their pirate costume, right? It can be either a bandana or it can be a full costume. But again, back to that multi-generational theme that I mentioned earlier, this is something that they can do together. So up on the top decks, you know, we'll take over the ship. The pirates will take over the ship, and then we'll light up the skies with our fireworks that only Disney Cruise Line can do. And honestly, many times, and Daniel will know as well, like you just see parents just reach out a little bit further for the entire family. It's a connection point. It's very emotional, you know, and then we're back to partying, of course, right after. But it's a beautiful thing to watch. And so honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing that activation on the Treasure as well.
Rachel, that's a really good one. And experiencing our deck parties, our fireworks at sea, something else that only Disney Cruise Line can do. Okay, so Daniel, what are you most excited about?
So I think, again, actually, like Rachel, I spent many years on board. And for me, it truly is the connection with our crew and our guests.
Yes.
And with the Treasure, we have so many incredible, immersive experiences, incredibly themed and designed. And it's that combination of guests truly being immersed and enjoying it, combined with the legendary Disney service of our crew who really build those incredible magical memories with the families. And that combination is special. It really works. And I think on the Treasure, it's going to be, everybody's going to be on that adventure together. So everybody's going to enjoy it as you move through the cruise. So I'm excited about it.
I think the important thing there is that the crew is our secret sauce.
100%.
When it comes down to the experience, I mean, our crew members make that experience for you, especially in the dining locations when they're there. They take great care of you. But that is our secret sauce, you know, for us, I think.
Well, Gary, you know, that's true. Our kids don't want to leave the kids' spaces. But they also never want to leave our crew, right?
Yeah,
they connect with them, our families.
There's a lot of tears on
Right, absolutely. And it really is special and unique. Well, speaking of special and unique, Pam, you all put your heart and soul really into, you know, bringing these ships to life. So I'm curious to know what you're excited about.
It is. It's like picking your favorite child, and I can't do that. I love it all. But what I think I'm most excited about is how our guests will discover that their memories that they're making for their family and friends is the best treasure of all.
Absolutely.
And that warms my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine too.
That's well said.
I think that's probably a really powerful note for us to end on, because the treasure is a gem, and then the treasure that they discover really is what it's all about. Thank you all. This has been a lot of fun, right? You're the best group of Avengers I've ever assembled, right? So we'll have to do this again. Listen, there is just absolutely so much to look forward to when the Disney Treasure sets sail in December of 2024. We are just so excited, and I hope you are too. Now, listen, we answered a lot of questions today, but if you have any more questions, please be sure to email your publicist or contact dcl.news@disney.com. And I know we all can't wait, so thank all of you for being here today. And to all of our friends that are tuning in, thank you as well for taking time to spend a little bit of time with us today and learn about the Disney Treasure. We are just so excited to have you along for this journey during what we consider a really just unique, special, and unprecedented era of expansion and growth for Disney Cruise Line. And we hope that you found all of the information in today's session super informative. So be sure to revisit Arthur's adventure aboard the Disney Treasure, go back and go on that adventure with him again, and you can do that on the Disney Parks blog. And stay tuned for more information about this incredible ship. You might have heard a couple of hints or two from Rachel and a few people on our panel. So make sure you stick with us. There's more great information to come. But until next time, we will all see you all real soon. Bye, everyone.